here's the bookshelf, all finished. The biggest bummer, I'm like one piece of border short. Am I just enjoying spinning on the spinning chair? Maybe. Hello everyone, my name's Katie. I'm a third year teacher in the state of Florida, and you are here for part 4 of my summer classroom setup series. I cannot believe it's already time for part 4. Excuse the side lighting. I'm turning on my smart board to get my checklist for the day all pulled up. It's hard to believe that this is like the 4th part of the video that we're filming. And my classroom looks way better. Ooh, lots of blue light. I'm actually like super stoked with how it's turning out right now because I forgot how much I got done the last time I was here. It's been about a week since I was here last because they finished my tile last week, so I wasn't able to come up as much as I would have liked. And the last time I was here, I got a lot of work done. So if I pick up the camera, bear with me for a second. I'm gonna take you around. This all still looks the same on this side of my classroom, except I know that the cabinets are full. I did that in my last few parts of my vlog. I finished all the backgrounds of my bulletin boards, but this is the part that looks the craziest to me because I did the curtains and opened the windows last time I was here. So it just felt different. Felt like there was some life in here when I came in. This looks way better. There's way fewer things up on the counter. And then over here as well, there's way fewer things on the desk. Like all of this is cleared off, minus a couple little knickknacks and things. And then this is almost, I can't really tackle that yet because that big piece of furniture is going to be going on the carpet, and they are going to come in and I don't think they're cleaning the carpet, but I think they're going to vacuum it up real good. I don't think they're detail cleaning it, if that makes sense, like shampooing the carpets, but they will come in and clean it up and all that stuff. So it looks a lot better. Today is a busy day, as most Mondays are for me right now. I don't know why. But I'm here for just a little bit to work. It's currently 9:45 and I plan to leave by noon so I can go home and eat because I have a training that's across town at 1:30. So from 1:30 to 4 o'clock, I'm going to a training every day this week. Tomorrow it'll be 2 to 4, Wednesday it'll be 2 to 4. And then that's it, just Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So not every day this week, but it's an ESE training, which will be good because I need some hours for my recertification, which isn't this year, but the next year. And the only category I'm missing hours in at the moment is students with disabilities. So this ESE training will be great. I went ahead, it's kind of like a big thing where they have a lot of different people doing presentations at a school in the district. And so I went ahead and picked out which ones I wanted to go to that would A, count for hours, and B, be useful for a general education teacher, somebody who's not a specific special education teacher. So I have that this afternoon, and then I have Bible study on Monday nights. I think that's why my Mondays always feel busy, because there's always something in the evening. So I'm just here for a little bit. I did not bring a cup with a straw, and all of my creamer has settled to the bottom. Make sure that's closed before I... All right, so on the to-do list for today, now that I've gotten it up there, the first one is, and this is what I'm actually gonna do today, is to organize fiction books. That's actually my main goal. If that's the only thing I accomplished today, hooray, because the tile is done and now I can access my bookshelf. So organizing my fiction books and putting them on the shelf. I have a place value block crate that I want to do. I've got a lot of place value blocks over there that I won't be using because I'm not going to be teaching math. And in my previous classroom, I kept them in a black crate, and currently that black crate is here. It's still labeled place value blocks, but it has books in it. So if I can get the books out, then I can do the place value crate, and that's easy. It's just dumping all the place value blocks into that so I can slide it on a shelf in the closet. Take down side bulletin strips. I still need to take down the things that are over here. So that might happen today, it might not. I don't know where my items are that I'm going to hang back up there yet, so I'm just gonna take that down. Go through items that I need to rehang. I have, one moment. All right, I have more than I thought. I took down some of my little things. That goes up in the back, and I just filled these little things with things that came off the wall. So there's my motivational, inspirational quotes or whatever, and that usually goes on the side. There's the labels for my side cabinets. Here's my third grade picture that I hang outside. Also the letters for my name that go above my desk. And then here's like things that go on the front board and cubby hook numbers, backpack hook numbers. So there's quite a bit in here actually that needs to be rehung. So I just kind of wanted to go through that, and maybe at the end, like once I've done the other things, kind of look and see, is there anything I'm in the mood or I have the energy to rehang today? If not, I'll keep working on that. And then the last one I put was front calendar board. I was like, that won't be too labor intensive to set up my calendar and put my things back on the board, like my info, my, I might have to find them. They're probably, oh yeah, they're right here. There's my, my hand signals and stuff. Put those back up on the front board and maybe set the calendar to August. So those are my goals for today. I've got like 2 hours and 15 minutes to work through as much of that as I want to, or I can go home sooner. So without further ado, the first job is to get these book crates from over here. And I think I'm gonna put them on the counter. I don't really wanna set them on the tile. It was done last Thursday, so I know it's been quite a while and it's had time to set because they said it needs 48 hours. It's been more than that. But I still think I'll put the crates like over here and over there. And I also need to come look at these shelves. Let's look at this together. So my last bookshelf, I'm pretty sure all the shelves on the bookshelf were even, and you can tell on this one that they're not. This top shelf is taller, and then the third shelf is way shorter. I think it might just be me needing to take the third shelf and bump it down, because I usually keep chapter books on the bottom shelf anyways. So I think it's just gonna mean that I have to take the third shelf and move it down, and then I'll have space, but we're just gonna have to see, because I have them in alphabetical order, so like probably A through F will go up top, and I'll just have to see as I'm placing them if they fit and keep my fingers crossed. But I think I will go ahead and adjust the third shelf because I know that's gonna be too short. So let's do that first before we bring the books over. Okay, I can check off organized fiction books because I'm done. Whew. And I can check off place value blocks because I finished that. Let's take a look at the bookshelf. Here's the bookshelf, all finished in its glory. Oh, that was actually a lot of work, surprisingly. The books were one of the easiest things to like pack up when I was packing up because they just all go in crates, but there's a lot of crates to unload. If you're curious about curious about how I organize my library books, I do have a whole video on my YouTube channel about how I organize them. I printed off spine labels like this that are in rainbow order by author's last name, because I can look up, I have like a little database where I keep all my books, so I know all the books that I have, and I can like look up a book and then I can find it by the author's last name. I also have, oh, there's a book right there I need to label. I also have all of these leftovers, so I usually like put these in a folder or something and slide them on the edge of the bookshelf. I'll probably put it like right next to where that leveled book right there. And I think I might print off a key. I think I had one at one point. Let's see. Oh, here it is. Here it is. I should probably print it. Oof, so it's seen better days because it's moved a few times now. I should probably print it like on a piece of paper and maybe post it on the wall over there so people can find, like, that way the organization is posted, because I've never done that before, but like this wall has plenty of space, so I could print that and laminate it. And then let me bring you into the closet and show you where I put the place value blocks. So this bottom shelf has kind of turned into math manipulatives. There's the place value blocks. It took me a little maneuvering to get them all into that container, but I did it. And then here's a bunch of math stuff that I just won't be using. So that's what the closet looks like. As of now, it's looking pretty good. I'm pretty sure I still have more of those somewhere, so all of that stuff might be moving like up or over or something once I find them, because I think I have one that's like CBCE and something else. Maybe, I don't know, I'll look. Oh yeah, I think I have CBCE. I think I have one that's alphabet too. Okay, I'm gonna switch to the pen and I can check off organized fiction books and place value block crates. So my next one is to take down things from the bulletin board strips. I don't think I'm going to get to that though, because I don't really feel like standing on the counters right now. It's still not cleared off enough. So I think I might go through items that I need to rehang and maybe start rehanging some. All right, y'all, I had a little bit of an abrupt ending because the custodial staff came back and I think they were gonna clean like the top of the tile now. I didn't do any like damage or anything on it, and there were people in the building like walking on it, so it was definitely walkable. I was able to walk on it, but they're coming in to do like a final cleaning coat on it. And he said I could come back at noon, but I can't come back at noon because that was the time I was planning on leaving. It's like 11:10. That was the time I was planning on leaving because I have a training this afternoon. So I'm pausing here. I think I'm going to come back tomorrow and continue on what I was working on the checklist. When I left, I don't remember the last time I checked in, but I had put some stuff up on the board, and then I finished doing the border around my friends and family board, and I was starting to put my backpack numbers up. I was trying to think through like how many backpacks I want to hang, because some of the hooks I have to do doubled up. So I was thinking through all of that, and I started hanging the numbers when he came in, and I was like, no worries, I will get out of your way and let you do your thing. So I'm back home now. I'm gonna like rest for a little bit, eat some lunch, go to that training, and I'll be back working on that checklist tomorrow. All right, you guys, I figured it's time to check in. It is Tuesday. I've just been up here working away on hanging things because that was the next thing on my to-do list. I'm gonna sit down for just a minute with my coffee. Okay, so I've been working away at hanging things in my room. I was going through those sleeves and just pulling out things that needed to be hung, finishing what I did yesterday that I wasn't able to finish. So one thing I did was my entire comprehension skill wall. This is the same as in my old classroom, so if you've been watching my vlogs for a while, you already know kind of how I use this, but it's all of the comprehension skills that are in the best standards for Florida, except for author's claim. I think that's the only one I don't have up there. I could technically put it up there under text features, probably. I don't know. Anyways, it's here. I might put it up there under text. Actually, I think that's where it goes. I think I put it under text features, so I should probably add that. I think I added it later because I was looking at a picture for reference from like, oh shoot, a big cockroach. Ew, you want to see it? How long do you think I've been sitting next to that? Right there. Ooh, so gross. I'm also not sure if he's alive, so I'm gonna have to go get a paper towel and step on him. Ugh. Okay, anyways, I was looking at a reference picture from earlier in the school year, and earlier in the school year I did not have author's claim hung up there. I didn't add that until later, so I just realized that. This is why, ooh, I'm gonna get 2 paper towels. This is why talking through things with other people and y'all is helpful when I'm doing classroom setup. Okay, here comes the moment of truth. You guys get to watch me do this. Oh gosh. Okay, that'll get your blood pumping. Anyways, as I was saying, that's why it's always good to talk through these things. So I just need to add author's claim up there. And if you're wondering how I hung all of them, I use painter's tape or like, I don't even know what that kind of tape is called. Like, not Scotch tape. What's it called? Packing tape. No, not packing tape. That's the clear tape. Masking tape, that's the word. I use masking tape or painter's tape and just put a little piece of tape on it, and then I put hot glue on top of the tape. And it holds up perfectly fine, and then it's easy to remove off the cabinets without having to scrape hot glue off the cabinets. So that's my little pro tip if you're putting things on cabinets. It also works on the cinder block walls. I know a lot of people are like, just hot glue onto the walls. And honestly, in my old classroom with my number line that I had up here, I did just hot glue onto the walls because it was just so high up there. I was like, I don't have the length to get up there and tape and to try to make it even. It was just easier to hot glue. But for most of the things that I hang on the wall, I try to do tape and then hot glue on it. So I did all of that. And then I finished what I was working on yesterday with my cubby numbers. I have enjoyed hanging the backpacks here in the cubbies. The first time I set up, I had this big debate on how many backpacks can I fit. I only have to fit my homeroom backpacks in here because they're gonna leave their backpacks. So this is what I ended up with. I've found that these sides have a little bit more room just because they're on the edge. And so I do have to double. I did enough spots for 20 backpacks because I should have 20 should be my max. That's what I had last year as my max. And the class size is looking the same, if not smaller for this year. So I did everything for 20 fingers crossed. I have numbers made for more than that if needed. So I ended up doubling on the edges. I did 1, 2, and at one point I also had a hook. I'd put like a command hook here for like 1, and if I find that this is too crowded for these 2 to double up, then I will just add a command hook, and that's not a big deal. But the command hooks do fall off the cabinet a lot, like the students, when they hang their backpacks, break them down a lot, and so I just stopped replacing them after a while. So 1, 2, then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because that middle section gets crowded, 8, 9, and then down here is the same, 10, 11, then 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So those friends will just have to share a hook. It's not the end of the world, though. They all kind of get crammed in there anyways. And then I did put a 19 and a 20 down there, so if I end up getting a 19 and a 20, they can just slide their backpacks on the bottom, and then I don't have to add that later. Then I went to work on my WOW work wall, took down what used to be up there, which I didn't think I'd have the energy to do today, and I definitely did. Here's the biggest bummer. I'm like 1 piece of border short right here. And my friend who moved into my classroom was the one who took my WOW work wall down, and I'm pretty sure she didn't save the border that I used in there, because if it was me, like every piece of border that I used that I packed up from my old classroom, I saved, and I meticulously picked the staples out, but that way I could just boop, put it all back up on the wall. But I did not take this one down, so I don't think she saved my border. So I pulled out a new pack, and well, a pack that I hadn't used yet, and I'm literally 1 piece short. This is all I have left. So that was kind of frustrating, but it is what it is. And then I was able to put all of the numbers up there. Again, I did 20 because I'm anticipating having no more than 20, and I left these 2 spots blank. So I kind of like picked out, and I don't think I recorded myself doing the tape, but I kind of picked out where the middle point was and put a piece of tape in the middle point, and then I did tape and just kind of spaced it out, and I just eyeballed it. I did not measure it, and it looks pretty good. It's pretty evenly spaced. I just kind of spaced the tape out. I showed you a clip of what it looked like with just the tape, and then I got the hot glue gun unplugged and went up there and used it all, because I don't have a cordless hot glue gun. So I like let the glue gun charge, and then I go glue things. So that's where we're at right now. I've done a lot of things. I still have a little bit of time, maybe like half an hour, maybe 45 minutes until I need to go home, because I have training again this afternoon. So I figure I'll wrap up part 4 today, because I don't know what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. We'll figure it out. But I'm going to finish by just hanging like 1 or 2 more things. I have my name in my like varsity letters that I think I'll put up there. And then I'll just look and see if there's anything else that I can hang really quickly. But it's amazing how much the room comes together when you start to hang things on the cabinets, on the board, over here. Like, I don't know if I even talked about that yesterday, that I did like my info board. I think I did. Over here and the cubbies, like now it's starting to look more like my room and more like a classroom. Am I just enjoying spinning on the spinning chair? Maybe. Also, I love this cup. I got it from a student. It's so cute. But I hadn't used it yet, and it actually works great for iced coffee. I'm gonna do my name and then just see what else I can find that I want to hang. That's what we'll do. Thank you, Jen, for your stepladder. Safety first, people. We're gonna stand on a stepladder instead of a desk to hang these letters. All right, there we go. I think it's a little off center, but it's not too bad. So I'm good with it. Now, I don't really know what I want to do with the border here. In my previous classroom, I had this border that matches some of my numbers that I hung. This one with the stars, and I liked it okay up there, but it wasn't my absolute favorite. And this is like my corner, so shouldn't my corner have like a border that I love? Well, I really love the lightning bolts and I've already used those, and I love the smiley face, and I've already used those. There's like a loud ringing noise that's happening in this room, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to take that. I'm gonna have to call somebody and be like, do you hear this? This is very annoying. Anyways, Oh, so I'm gonna have to like look at the Rainbow Remix pack and see if there's one I like more. There is a cute one with like smiley faces that's not like that kind. Let me just show you some of the borders that she has in the Rainbow Remix pack, and then maybe you guys can help me decide. But I also think maybe I'll do the pink and the green just to give it a little variety. And then once I do that, I'll decide which one goes on the top, which one goes on the bottom. So I think you guys just help me decide. I know there's so many cute ones in there, so it's hard to decide. And I still like the star one. I think it was just too busy with all the stuff that was hanging over there. So I might find a spot to use the star one. Like maybe I'll put some of it across my back board or something. I don't know. I'll still see if I can figure out a spot to use it. If not, it's just there on standby, and that's okay. Oh my gosh, y'all. Okay, I'm getting tired, and I'm sure this vlog, like part 4, is getting kind of lengthy. Other things that I found were my schedule cards, but I can't hang these. I'm probably honestly gonna have to reprint them because my schedule's gonna be different because I'm gonna have 2 blocks and like homeroom and stuff like that. These go with my schedule cards. I put these next to times when the kids can go to the bathroom without having to ask me. I found my headers for my bulletin boards, which again, I'm gonna have to change because I think, well, if I might keep one, I haven't decided yet. I might keep one ELA and one social studies. I think you guys were commenting and giving me advice on that in part 3, which hasn't gone live. It'll go up this Saturday. So I'll make that decision soon. Maybe in part 5, I'll do the headings for the bulletin boards. Other things that I found are my numbers for the clock. I just don't want to hang those today. I'm just tired. And then these are my little motivational things that I usually hang on these 2 columns right here and right here. I haven't decided if I'm going to or not, but they're there in case I do decide to hang them. I've got this little banner, which I think is really cute, that last year went above this, and I could still hang it there, and then I put like my world map there. So I could still do that. I just don't want to get up on furniture today because that's like a hang from the ceiling with paper clips, which by the way, I don't know if you guys ever hang things from your ceiling, but I know there's fancy hooks you can get. And when I hang my disco balls, I'll show those to you, but I just use paper clips. Like, I don't know if you can see that. It's a paper clip and it just clips right there. So that's how I usually hang things in my room. Anyways, I'm gonna have to do that at Christmas time to like hang all my snowflakes because I left all of my paper clip with fishing wire in my old room because I asked my friend and she's like, yeah, I'll use them. It's like, cool, I'll leave them. So I've got that, and that's like it in those little things, in these things. So that's not too bad, not too shabby. I feel like there's one other thing. My posters, like my Darla and Pigeon. Let me see if I can find those, and that can be the last thing I do today. Here they are. All right, here's where the posters went. Pigeon, Darla, Danny. I think they look good right there. Kind of makes that area look nice and put together. And usually above the cabinet, I put my stuffed animals. I have the Mo Wellum ones, the pigeon, piggy, elephant, and I think somebody was giving away Nuffle Bunny, and I think I told them to put it in my box in the front office. I just haven't been to the front office all summer. So I might have a Nuffle Bunny stuffed animal up there. I also have a Pete the Cat that I put up there, a very hungry caterpillar. I have one of the wild things from Where the Wild Things Are, and I have an Obby because Auburn, War Eagle. So I have Obby the tiger, and I also have Danny and Darla. I have Danny and Darla dolls. Oh, I feel like I'm dusty. So I usually put all of those up there, so stay tuned because they will be going up there soon. I also had my number line up there in my old classroom. Don't think I'm putting that back up because I'm not teaching math. Haven't decided what I will put up instead yet, so stay tuned on that too. But I think this is where I'm going to end for today. It feels so much more like my classroom now because it is my classroom, but just with all the things that I've hung today, it's amazing how hanging things, or today and yesterday, it's amazing how like hanging things can completely change the space. So I'm very impressed with the progress. I have a feeling part 5 will be even more. I don't know, part 4 was pretty big. This was a lot. I did a lot of stuff yesterday and today, but I have a feeling part 5 will make it come together even more, like once I put the stuffed animals up. And then honestly, what I need to work on in part 5 is this monstrosity over here that is my cubbies, because they're all not organized the way I usually have them. Like I need to go back. I probably need to go back and watch one of my old videos or look at how I had it set up in my classroom and figure out which ones did I designate for stem bins, which ones were supplies. Like I have supply stuff over here, and I know the supplies are gonna go here. So I'm gonna have to like start to rearrange some of these bins. And then I've got some Cricut projects that I need to do coming up as well with like my supply caddies. And there was something else that I wanted to Cricut. All right, I think I just like talked through what I'm gonna do the next time I'm up here. So if that's interesting to you, please make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss when the next part of my classroom setup goes up on my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, for liking the video, for commenting on the video. I've had so much fun responding to y'all's comments and interacting with y'all on this classroom setup series. It's been so much fun. And for this being June, like I'm very pleased with the progress so far. And I feel really good that like after the carpets are cleaned and I can set up the tables, like I'm gonna be ready to go for pre-planning, which starts like, I'm pretty sure August 1st or August 2nd. So I have a little over a month to go, but I feel a lot better with like the status of the classroom now, which is exciting. So thank you guys so much for watching and for joining me and for keeping me company while I set up my classroom. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one.